Welcome back. Nitty Gritty Sports Talk Radio Show. I go by the name of Roscoe English, and of course, I'm here with the flock. Got my guy Keys with me.
What's going on? How y'all feeling out there?
My man Nick.
Revenge week, Scott.
Yeah. It's always revenge week when you start on one. That's right. And of course, last but not least, Keith PJ.
Scott.
What's up, man? How y'all feeling?
Feeling good. Can't wait for the weekend to start, brother.
Yeah, but I'm ready to watch football, man.
Good. Well, let's get started. Quick recap of last night's game. Bills defeat the Dolphins 31-10. Josh Allen, 13 completions, 139 yards passing, 1 touchdown. Tua, before taking an unfortunate concussion, was a 17 out of 25 for 145 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions.
I don't know. Maybe he wanted to knock himself out the game. I don't know.
Oh shit!
Because it was stupid. It was stupid of him to go into Damar Hamlin like that. But if you play that bad and you look that bad, just overthrowing receivers, unthrowing receivers, maybe you want to knock yourself out of the game. But I don't know, man. You think when people get paid, they would start to perform better and play better. But I guess we have seen lately people get paid and they be chilling. I don't know, and I'm blaming this on you too, Stat Man. Because you should have told us before we picked them picks that they had won 10 out of 11 games versus them.
I didn't know until I turned the game. Way to go.
Way to go. That's on you, yo.
Way to go. I didn't know.
That's stats that we need to know before we make these picks.
No, I didn't.
Because I damn sure wouldn't pick Miami if I knew that. But yeah, it's ridiculous that 14 they had your number like that. Like they literally they own you. We saw that last year. NFL Network was showing the game from last year when they went down there and won the division. So they big brothers. They Miami is probably never going to be the right there. I think the Miami players besides Tyreek Hill that's on big contracts, he's not performing that well. Like I don't know if Jalen Ramsey is still injured, but where is he? No, he's non-existent. I don't know if he's lost some bursts from too many knee injuries and low extremity injuries. But he's not living up to that contract right now. They traded Xavier Howard. So they got some holes in their defense. It showed last night. They could not stop James Cook whatsoever. They can't stop the run. It's shown, and really we talking about a team that really should be 0-2. The Jaguars let them off the hook. They should be 0-2. So they got to do a lot of soul searching, and Tua's probably out for a while. There's no way they play Tua next week. After that, it's no way. I know I hear a lot of people saying maybe he need to retire, but I don't know. But he definitely shouldn't play this week. But the Dolphins look bad, and to Nick's point, he said before the season that Josh Allen was his MVP. He picked him. And he damn sure playing like it. He ain't even like the road on fire yesterday. But this is the Josh Allen, like without Stephon Diggs, he's managing the game. This is exactly, he's not turning the ball over. He's doing what they got to do. He don't need to go out and throw for 250 yards and run 400 yards. He did what he did yesterday, and look what happened. They blow him out. So good call on that. But if they keep this up, he's going to MVP. Like once Stephon Diggs leave and your team win the AFC East and look like they're going to play like they play, he's going MVP. So yeah, shout out to them. They look good. The Bills look really good.
Yeah, I'll start with Tua. It's I just want to send thoughts and prayers out to him and his family. I mean, that's never what you want to see. And it seems like every Thursday night game, Tua, at least the last couple of them, maybe they should stop scheduling him on Thursday night, because he had an incident against the Bengals that I remember that was just as serious, but it seems like it's a trend. I mean, when you have 3 concussions in the last 24 months or so, that can be problematic. And the scary part about it wasn't a hard hit by the defender. It was pretty much a routine tackle. And yes, Tua led with his head, but I didn't see anything that was egregious or that was just too hard of a hit. It just as simple as, I don't know if Tua has the makeup to play this sport at this level. And that's not to put him down. It's just, it is what it is. Your physique is your physique. And, he's been getting the worst end of the stick, so to speak, in these collisions. And at a certain point, he's going to have to start thinking about his future, his family, his health. And at a certain point, the Miami organization is going to have to start thinking about their future and the future health of their organization, because we keep relying on you. We need you to play 17 games. Every time there's a routine hit, we shouldn't be gasping, for air, hoping and praying that you get up. And then, you know, when we're talking about that contract extension, 170 million guaranteed, you know, he's a liability not only to himself but his organization right now. So they're gonna have to figure something out. And I think the NFL Players Association should step in. I think the NFL should step in and maybe save this young man from himself, and also save Mike McDaniel from himself too. I don't know if Mike McDaniel's thinking from a human standpoint right now. Did you see Skylar Thompson?
That's why I was on mute, but I said Skylar Thompson's not it. He's not it.
Did you see him? Like I have a feeling that I didn't like Mike. I liked how Mike McDaniel handled it last night. Today, I did not like his comments talking about if you care about Tua, the human being, don't mention retirement. I'm like, fam, you sound like somebody that just wants to save your job.
It's the opposite.
If I care about Tua, that guy needs to sit there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My main. Oh, go ahead.
No. Just real quick close up. Bills. I like the defense. The defense did what they needed to do and dictated everything that Miami was doing on offense. They bounced back from a bad first half last week against Arizona. And, you know, you got to give credit to Joe Brady, the offensive coordinator, coming in for Ken Dorsey and just changing the offensive philosophy. Throwing the ball when they need to throw it, but not exclusively only throwing the football. Like using James Cook, getting him going. Didn't have to use Josh Allen, and that's a win. Like on a short week, your quarterback doesn't get hit, doesn't get banged up at all, doesn't have to sweat. Even in Miami humidity, he didn't break a sweat. That's a win for an organization and a team like Buffalo. So shout out to Joe Brady, and also shout out to the defense as well for making the game easy on everybody.
Yeah, I'm gonna piggyback off Nick and the defense. I picked Miami because I thought Miami's offense would be able to exploit that defense. Miami's offense came out flat. I mean, miscommunications. This is Mike McDaniel's third year there. People running the wrong route. Where you want to blame Tua or not on the interceptions they were thrown. That's a turnover. One was a pick six. That offense was just flat. And I do want to give praise to Tua because that was an unfortunate hit, but it's not looking good for Miami. It's 2 straight weeks that they look like this. I mean, you're talking about just outside of an 80-yard bomb to Tyreek Hill, he's pedestrian. So it's not looking good for Miami. And if Tua's out for any length of time, yeah, they might be competing for a high draft pick.
Yep.
I never was a believer in Miami. They're too finesse. And your quarterback, like the identity of the team is through the quarterback. He's finesse. Yes, and I think him lowering his shoulder, trying to like make a play. I think that's like, you know how quarterbacks lead. A lot of quarterbacks lead in that way. Josh Allen will jump over somebody. A Lamar Jackson, you know, sometimes lowering his shoulder, not because he wants to lower his shoulder. It's just send a message. All of this is to send a message to your team. And when they're down like that, and you see Tua doing stuff like that, he wanted to show a message to his team, like, come on, guys, come on. But yo, you ain't that quarterback. No, you ain't that guy, dog. You gotta slide or something. Fall down, give yourself up. I think your teammates would have respected more if you just been smart and lived to play another game.
Yeah, their best shot is with you on the center.
And they got travel across country next week. They at Seattle.
It's not gonna be
not easy game.
Not even if he was healthy, it wouldn't be easy.
Yeah, not an easy game.
He's definitely. I don't even
definitely out. He better not play.
Don't even think about next game, but the next week is a question mark too.
But what they're going to do is they're going to use this extra 3 days and say, "Oh, we got an extra break." That's what they're going to try to do. But I agree.
did that with him last time, and that's how he ended up messed up in Cincinnati because he got hurt against the Bills, and that was on a short week. So they had that 10 days, and he went out against Cincinnati, and that looked horrible. If they do that again, that's malpractice. Somebody needs to sue. Dead ass. I'm not even trying to be funny. Somebody needs to do something.
It's like he has a baby's crown. Like, you know, when you have a baby and you're supposed to hold them a certain way because their head not fully developed. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny.
I know it's funny. It's funny. You're right though. It's but him even coming out of college. Didn't he have a broken hip coming out of college?
Yeah.
And he had people question whether his physique would hold up to the NFL back then.
Yeah. Good win, Bills.
Before we move on, you briefly mentioned it, but throwing that pass to the sideline,
it was terrible,
and not being able to get it out of bounds. That is why people had questions at the draft. People are not trying to troll. He don't got any arm strength. God bless his soul, though.
He threw a pick six trying to throw the ball away. I said, yo.
And it fluttered. Like
Yeah.
it wobbled to the sideline. I'm like, all
Yeah,
right,
you paid $200 million. You can't throw the ball out of bounds. All right.
ain't my 200.
Brian Flores was right. Brian Flores was right.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Right. Let's take it to the bank. Las Vegas Raiders walk into the bank to take on the Baltimore Ravens Sunday, 1:00. Who gets their first win? Clock talks about it now. Nick, how you feeling?
Well, I mean, as the Ravens, we haven't lost 2 straight games since 2022, and we haven't started 0-2 since 2015.
Don't let the John Harbaugh fanatics hear that stat. Please don't.
And something that's also going in our corner is Baltimore has rushed for at least 100 yards in 34 straight games. And we're coming into a game in which J.K. Dobbins got loose for 135 on 10 carries and 1 leg last week against the Raiders. So we're set up in a good position to win and win comfortably. I fear that this is a trap game only because sometimes we tend to play down the competition. Gardner Minshew came into M&T Bank last year and snuck out a win, a game in which we were up early. You know, we had control of, and then little by little they chipped away until the end. They just gained momentum and stole the victory from us. So, you know, the Raiders, don't get it twisted. They have a talented team. Gardner Minshew, regardless of your opinion of him, he's had success on the NFL level. He can throw a football. And they have weapons: Devontae Adams, Brock Bowers, Jacoby Myers. They have weapons over there that can make plays. You know, Max Crosby in the defensive line. They have a stout D line. Good thing is 2 of their other pass rushers, Malcolm Kunsey and Tyree Wilson, think they're going to be limited with injuries. You know, it's going to be important to see what we can do against Crosby on the right side, with Makari and Rosengarten, seeing if we can kind of limit that impact that he has. But we remember a couple years ago, the impact Max Crosby had against a young, inexperienced O-line. And, we're going to have to see what we can do to slow him down. That's going to be a big portion of the game plan. But I think it's going to be a heavy dose of Derrick Henry. I think the game script is set up well for him to get 20 plus carries and kind of salt clock away. You want to see what this offensive line can do with another week of seasoning, some home cooking, so to speak, see if they can bounce back, see if they have that in them. I'm not sure, but we'll definitely answer, some of those questions this week. And then, Roquan versus Brock Bowers, I think that's going to be an interesting thing to watch this week. Roquan wasn't the greatest in pass defense last week. And Brock Bowers, he was the highest targeted receiver on the Raiders last week. And, top 10 draft pick, he comes with that pedigree. So it's going to be very important to see how we defend him through the seam, as well as, Devontae Adams versus the Brandon Stevens of the world. It's going to be very interesting to see how we match up against some of their studs. But I expect a beatdown for the Ravens. I picked the Ravens here comfortably, but I also believe that this has all the makings of a trap game, and we need to go into Sunday with hyper focus.
Keys, what's your keys to the game?
Hit me on a slant. Give me keys to the inside. They took the keys. We don't have any keys.
Now give me the keys. Oh.
Just to piggyback, I think the most important matchup is going to be the offensive line. We saw what Chris Jones did to them last week. We don't want Max Crosby. He has that same type of game-wrecking potential. Might not be as dominant, might not be as consistent, but if he get hot, he's gonna get hot. And if he's lined up against 77 all game, it's gonna be a different story. So I really think that's the most. You got it. The Ravens got to win the game with the offensive line. We don't know. We don't know what we have. We don't know. I mean, we saw what we have last week. Consistency. We don't know. We know where Ronnie Stanley was. We know what Tyler Linderbaum can be. We know Makari is a journeyman, but we is really an unknown offensive line, below average offensive line, and it sucks. We talked about last week. It sucks to have that below average offensive line with a Maserati back there. You instead of parking them in a nice garage, you parking them in the shed out back. It's not. It's not. It's not conducive for a good healthy season for Lamar. So I think that's the most important matchup. And I think like we talked about it last week. Also, the Ravens got to generate more pressure. They got to get to the quarterback. The secondary is good. The secondary is probably the strength for the team. But I need to see Oweh finish in the backfield. I need to see Ojabo keep getting pressure. I need to see what's going to happen with Van Noy absence. Who's going to step up for Van Noy? Who's going to fill that void? Who's going to be there? With that. That's a big question mark. Because we saw Harrison last week. Granted, Mahomes can make anybody look like that, but we saw Harrison last week. I need to see what's going to happen with that Van Noy. So is it going to just be a gaping hole that's going to be taken advantage of all game? But like I said, not losing, not losing 2 in a row. The 100. You just gotta go out there and beat them. You like I said, I think we said this a lot last year when the Ravens, if you are the better team and you at home, you need to go show them. Build off of, even though you lost the game in Kansas City, build off of that. Build off how you finished the game. Build off that 90-yard drive to end the game, even though one for that. Build off that. Keep building. I think this season because it's not about the team last year. I think this, even like I said, even with the week 1, I think this game in this season is about just keep building, keep stacking, and you'll get better. You have a very talented roster. I think you're good at you are elite at the position that you need to be elite at: quarterback, middle linebacker, safety, up the middle, center, defensive tackle, up the middle. You're solid. I just think that just keep building. Is a team that the spread 5.5, 6.5. It's a team that at home you should beat them by 10 points. You should beat this team by 10 points.
I think the spread 9.5.
9.5. So it's a team that you may be able to cover the spread if you get off to a good start and you don't turn the ball over and you're not committing. And Ronnie's saying you're not committing, hanging off the line penalties, taking away big plays. So I'm just looking for, to me, like I said, besides the game in the trenches, I think this game comes down to the game in the trenches. Ravens got to win both sides of the ball in the trenches. I'm just looking for consistency. I think I've said it before this season. I think the Ravens have a great team. They where they need to be. They just got to keep stacking. They need to get there. And they start with games like this. You can't go in here and overlook this team and let it be a trap game and you find yourself trailing by 3 in the fourth quarter or up by 1 score in the fourth quarter. You should have this game well put away in the fourth. No disrespect to the Raiders and Antonio Pierce, but they let JK look like JK, and JK is not JK right now. So you see what I'm saying? So it's like, it's different. Like they went in there. The Chargers ain't really do nothing offensively, and they let beat them. Like you can't let Gardner Minshew come in here and throw the running ball for 250 yards and 2 touchdowns, and take the crowd out the game. Like I said, I still believe that the Ravens are one of the better teams here, and they just got to keep building, man. I'm just looking for the stepping stones. You can get up, but you can beat them 30-3. But I'm still going to look for the things that I'm still going to look. Are you winning your defensive matchups? Are you winning the offensive line matchups? I'm just looking for the entry because this is a game I think the Ravens should win. So I'm just looking at the more detailed game plan of what's actually going on because the schedule is not easy. It's not easy. So you can't look past the Raiders, look the next week, but you got to do some things this game where you can build for next week because next week's game is not easy. It's not. It's nowhere. Is there. It's there. It's there. So this game is there for the taking. I feel like, and they just need to go take advantage of it. It's better to start with coaching, and we'll see if he got them prepared or not.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about next week's game's not easy. The next 2 weeks, Dallas and Buffalo. But for me, it's all about this offense, and I've talked about it through the preseason. This Monken offense has to continue to evolve week by week. The Ravens were top 3 last week in successful play rate with 52.7% successful play rate. Surprising given what the offense looked like, that offensive line, but that's a lot of that has to do with Lamar. You're talking about a Raiders team that's coming in and held the Chargers to 83 yards in the first half last week. Obviously, they let JK get going in the second half, but they come to play in the first half. Testament to Max Crosby, the addition of Christian Watkins. They definitely have some dogs on that D-line that can play. So, again, you're looking at your O-line and saying, can you keep Lamar upright? Can you make lanes for Derrick Henry in this run game? So that's the big matchup, that D-line versus our O-line, obviously. For me, it's just a get-right game for the Ravens. It's a chance to come out. I really feel like it's a game we should dominate. I looked at what the Chargers aren't. They don't compare to us, and that was a one possession game until the fourth quarter last week, given it was week 1. But I just know what we're capable of. It's a game where I expect us to come out and just dominate. We've got to be better in the run game. We've got to be better in disguising things offensively. We can't show our hand with Justice out there on the field that much. Just passing. Like we've got to be better in that regard. We've also got to learn. We got to be better stretching the field. I mean, I think Isaiah Likely is one of our long ball targets with over 25 yards 25 yards a catch. He's had at least a 25-yard catch, in our last 6 games. We need wide receivers to do that too, to stretch the field. So that's on Bateman, that's on Zay, that's on this offense, continue to stretch and evolve week by week. But it's a game where I think we can go in and I think we win by 2 touchdowns, honestly.
One thing I was one thing I noticed last week is we talked about the average depth of target of Lamar Jackson last week. In the first half, it was a little over 1 yard. So everything was thrown at the line of scrimmage, and that was just a signal that Monken and the team didn't trust the O-line to pass protect. I think that's something that we need to monitor, because we talk about getting vertical. You can't get vertical if you don't have time to throw. And if you want to do a quick passing game to throw off a pass rush, you can't get vertical. I think the only time Likely got loose for something that was a 25-yard catch was on a broken play where Lamar had to be Superman. So we need that O-line to play better in all facets of the game. And this is a week in which you want to set the tone, but you also have to realize they're not a slouch. That defensive line over there isn't any slouches, and they present their own issues. We're going to have to come prepared to play it. And I agree with Keys as far as, the message this season is you have to just continue to get better and slowly but surely evolve as a unit. That's every unit, secondary, linebackers, D-line, the trenches, wide receivers,
third down efficiency,
everything, man, because this schedule isn't going to get any easier either. So we need to definitely use this game as a momentum builder and beat the hell out of them.
Yeah. And the Raiders last week, they held the Chargers were 0-7 on third down in the first half. They finished the game 4 for 15 on third down conversions. So another thing I'll be looking at.
I mean,
can we move the ball?
Yeah, I mean, we take away the outcome of the Ravens. I think Antonio Pierce lost that game for the Raiders. I don't necessarily. I mean, J.K. ran the ball, but take some Mike Tomlin words. He was playing in his. He was feared himself. Like he was playing in his own fears. Like
pissed down his leg.
Yeah, punting the ball on fourth and one with 7 minutes left in their territory is kind of crazy. That's kind of wild. And that's the second time he did that. They punted when they should have kicked the field goal. They punted it before. So it's like, I think the Raiders probably played well enough to win. Well, I'll take that back. Gardner Minshew wasn't that good actually. They did enough to win. I think Antonio Pierce didn't do no favors with his coaching decisions. It's a team that you are better and you're more talented than, but to both of y'all points, they're not going to lay down. They very, very well coached. They got some talent over there, so you got to take them serious. But it's a team that should also, like y'all said, should beat the shit out of. You are the better team.
Yeah. All right, Keith. Let me know who's getting a helmet this weekend. Who's on the sideline of street clothes.
Well, I mean, obviously, Ravens fans have heard the news. Nate Wiggins is out this week. He was in a car accident. I don't know what's up with the Ravens and driving right now, but
stay safe.
We got to be better.
You got to give them some directions back on them back roads, Nick. Like
Dolefield ain't no joke. It's around here. Dolefield to catch you slipping.
It's tough back there. Drive slow, homie. Drive slow.
That little curve right there, and they going on that curve. We all know that curve right now.
Yeah.
But Nate Wiggins out. Kyle Van Noy questionable now. Adisa Isaac is doubtful. And for the Raiders, they'll be without first-round talent. Defensive end Tyree Wilson, he's sidelined with a knee injury, had 3.5 sacks last year. And they've also ruled out their backup corner, DeCamerion Richardson, with a hamstring injury.
Did Van Noy practice this week?
I don't believe so, no.
Yeah, I think so.
But
Them
we can confirm that,
is games
but
we
I
should.
don't
Yeah.
believe so.
I think I looked at it earlier. I don't think he did. My fault. I think I did look at it earlier. I'm about to tell you right now.
Because I mean, when we talked about it earlier this week, it sounded like he was going to be out for an extended period of time.
He did not practice Wednesday and Thursday. He was limited today, so
hell?
he may play. I mean, but knowing John Harbaugh track record, if you don't practice during the week, at least a full participant one day, you're not playing.
You broke your eye, yo. Take a week off. Broke your eye, yo. Yeah. Jesus Christ. That's tough, man. That's tough. All right, moving on. Can the Raiders' run defense contain Mr. Derrick Henry, Nomi Porta, and brother Lamar Jackson? I mean, we saw what JK did last week on 10 rushing attempts, 135 yards.
That's
Not
crazy.
good defense up front.
That's crazy.
It's not good defense up front, to say the least.
They shut Gus Leverage down last week, but they couldn't do nothing with JK.
I mean, to your point, who hasn't shot Gus Edwards down over the last 3 years? So it's like,
He wasn't on the 1 yard line.
Yeah, but I mean, the short answer to that is no, they can't. They better not. I do expect Lamar to go over 100 yards again. I do expect that. And I expect Derrick Henry to have a better game, but I don't like the talk of. I mean, yeah, get him more involved. Definitely get Derrick Henry more involved. He should have definitely more than 13 carries, but I don't need to see him with 30, 35 carries. That's not what I want to see. Because I don't want them to force it and then now to keep point becoming predictable. Like, get him his carries within the game plan. If you're a good coach, if you're a good offensive coordinator, you can do that. You can get your running back his carries within the flow of the game. We should not be having to feel like that carry is getting force fed, and now everything, the flow is thrown off. Now Lamar's out of rhythm. Get him his carries within the game. There's a lot of times when they could have ran them against the Chiefs, but they didn't, and it was in the flow of the game. So just get him his carries in the flow of the game, man. Don't be forcing it just so we can look at the box score of the game and say, oh, he had 22 carries. That I'm good. If it's 22 efficient carries where it's in the flow of the game, cool, but not 22 where we just sitting back handing the ball just to give it to him when it's not even a running situation.
Yeah, I mean, we should not have any problems running the ball. You'd kind of want to see this week not be a Lamar week. This should be the week that Lamar can save some hits on his body and Derrick Henry can take the load, pause, and be the person that is being the bell cow back there, so to speak. I don't really want to see Lamar with over 15 rushing attempts. Anywhere in that 5 to 8 range this week should suffice, I would think. Anything more than that just tells me that it was more of a struggle than it needed to be. Also want to see how the run game is deployed. Is Lamar going to just be taking these snaps under center? Are we going to start doing some more pistol? Are we going to start doing some RPO in the spread? How exactly are we going to start mixing and matching this Lamar-Derrick Henry partnership? We talked about it last week. It was more so making Derrick Henry comfortable last week with the game plan and how he was utilized. I'd like to see more of a merger and more of a split marriage in that regard. So, yeah, we can do some things that Derrick Henry likes to do, but the things that Derrick Henry likes to do are things Lamar Jackson hasn't really been doing his entire career. Not saying that he can't do it, it's just things that he hasn't been doing. And vice versa. The way Lamar has been used in the run game and running backs with Lamar have been used in the run game is a lot different than how Derrick Henry has been utilized. So if they can just work on that merger and start to kind of be more balanced in that regard, as far as that's concerned, we're a much more dangerous team.
To at least to answer the question, though, what the hell were they doing in the whole offseason in training camp? If we got to do it in season, like what the hell were y'all doing? What type of coaching was being done?
This is the thing you would hope Monk and
same coach that came out and had 6 penalties couldn't line up.
Jesus,
and that's another reason I don't trust the play calling or just like in general, just like right now per se. I don't know if we're where we need to be that aggressive of a team against the best teams, but at the same token, we should be at that point. Year 2 of a system. Everybody should be more comfortable. It doesn't require much imagination to figure out how you can best utilize Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson together. Mm-hmm. So I'm hoping that maybe it's week 1 we're not trying to expose too much, or is week 1 we still want to have a basic game plan and we'll build from here. I'm hoping week 2 we see some more some more flashes of what this can be.
Yeah, I agree. Just dominate. I mean, we've rushed for 100 yards in 34 straight games. Make it 35. Y'all got it.
Saw an interesting quote from your favorite wide receiver. You want to hear it?
Randy Moss.
No.
Okay.
Try again. Try again. Keys, who's your favorite wide receiver?
I can't say it on this show, but
No. Nick?
I can't. I mean, I think we can use our context clues, but
The diva.
That's what I said. Like, I think we got the same
diva for sure. You're getting hotter. You're getting hotter. He's probably somewhere getting his nails painted right now. Rashad Bateman says, I haven't played with him a lot because of my injury. So I'm learning now more about him, and he's learning more about me, about what I'll do on certain stuff, and I know what to expect him to do on certain stuff. Bateman said. The person who tweeted this also, he came to the conclusion that he's talking about Bateman being more of a timing route runner. That's what he's used to in Minnesota, opposed to Lamar, who can get out the pocket, play street football, and improvise to make plays down the field. Mind you, we're talking about year 4.
What happened to the days of just adjusting though? Like, nobody wants to adjust. Nobody can adapt. Everybody's just stuck in their ways. Everybody can't just if you wake up and the thing is supposed to be a certain way and they're not, then you're having a whole goddamn bad day. Like, what happened to just adjusting? Like, and just going like just adjust. like adjust. Like, I mean, like, we talk about 4 years later. You talk about I'm used to this. I'm used to that. Like, it's bad. You don't want to hear that from your number 2. You don't want to hear that you're not. He basically told us I've never been, and I'm still not on the same page with my quarterback. That's basically what he's saying. And he's trying to blame it on injuries and what he's used to, and instead of just getting better. That's what it sounds like to me. He just doesn't want to be better. So if Zay Flowers can come in and figure it out, then I feel like he should because Zay came in and automatically he developed a rapport with Lamar where he's getting open on broken plays. What are you doing, Bateman? You can't keep blaming injuries. I'm just sick of Bateman, man. I'm sick of it. I really am. Like, you pay him for what? For a reason I don't know why. Even though it wasn't a lot of money, I don't know why. But what has he done to get a contract besides get hurt? Like, I'm sure there's a hefty injury clause in that contract. It has to be. Like, he's a bum. That's what he's a bum. He hasn't proven that he's anything but a bum so far. An injured bum.
Those comments are concerning because it's just a laundry list of excuses. Like, before it was injuries and now it's chemistry. People talked about in the summer, like when he said that he wasn't going down to South Florida to work out with Lamar. The question is why? Like, what have you done for you to not make that trip? Why does it have to be that difficult to get you in South Florida? It's South Florida. You ain't got to tell me twice. And again, if it's a work trip to get on the same accord as my quarterback, my issue with that quote is, I said this earlier, but it's kind of like he's the Tua of wide receivers. Like, Tua, if you knock him off his spot, he looks very robotic, and that is not how you play football. That's not how you play sports. Everything should be read and react. It shouldn't be, I'm literally going, like, you can see me thinking as I'm going these progressions. Like, bro, you're supposed to just see the field and act. Yep. And the best wide receivers over the course of NFL history have had that telepathic connection with their quarterback. Look at the Julian Edelmans of the world with Tom Brady. Look at the Marvin Harrisons of the world with Peyton Manning. Like, they are moving as one on the field. So look at Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes. You think when you watch these broadcasts and you hear about Travis Kelce stopping the play call mid-route and then doing what he wants to do in freelancing, and Patrick Mahomes reading his mind at the same time, that's why they're so difficult to defend. That's why they've won 3 championships over these past several years. It's because they're over here playing backyard football, but they're doing it on some high IQ shit.
Mm-hmm.
Bateman, I don't want to hear about your precision route runner, brother. I want to hear that you have a connection with your quarterback. And if you aren't on the field as much as you want to be because of injuries, then your ass should be out there in the summertime in South Florida working out with him instead of painting your nails and wearing Balenciaga. Like we gotta understand and realize how that type of stuff looks in the optics game. You over here,
man.
you over here in Fashion Week looking like a fashionista, but you don't want to put in the time for your quarterback, and then you make excuses about it.
Speak on it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get that guy, but again, the best wide receivers, you never heard them say, "Oh, I'm a precision route runner. I don't know how to think with my quarterback." I've never heard that shit before, so this is perplexing to me.
Like to answer your question, so I can't say he's my favorite because he's a Steeler, but the best person I've seen play wide receiver is Antonio Brown.
There you go.
I mean, come on, like that's the person I've seen play wide receiver the best, and he's the improvisation king. Like,
yeah, because even if you out playing football on Thanksgiving with the fellas, if you run a route and you see your quarterback start scrambling, you move. When I move, you move, just like that. Ludacris said that.
Just like that?
Just like that.
Yeah.
You just don't stand still. Like, oh shit, he's scrambling. I ran my route though. I'm a chill.
Let me run into two defenders.
That's crazy.
Let me run into a double team.
I mean, my whole thing is how many times have you seen partnerships they built in the offseason? Do you build chemistry throughout the season? Sure, but the chemistry is built in the offseason.
What the hell is a precision route runner too?
I'm into watching film together. Like, yeah, it's just
Devontae Adams. Like,
yeah.
What are we talking about? I never heard him say something like that. Because
and A-Rod and Devontae to that connection list too.
Him and Aaron Rodgers. Come on.
You don't think A-Rod is the king of improv? I'm sorry.
Like, come on, man. Yeah, I've never heard timing routes, and yeah,
it's college. It literally only happens in college. It literally only happens where you run into a spot and get the ball in college. Like that's the only place it happens. Is in college.
Sounds like my glory years was in college, and I'm thinking the pros are supposed to be college, and no, it's a higher IQ brand of football. You're gonna have to think the game, not just run a route. And again, to your point, what is a precision route runner? Because there's a lot of people that can run a nice route. There's people on TikTok that have route running videos. You know what I mean? But they're not NFL athletes.
Yeah.
Destroying can run routes.
Yeah, right. And I'm not a Raven fan, but just a fan of football. Some of my favorite players ever wide receivers. I don't want to hear my wide receiver talking about Minnesota. That's where he went to college 4 years later. After your rookie year, you talk about the speed of the game. Cool. 4 years later, you talking about what I'm used to at Minnesota? Come on, yo. Come on.
Living in glory days.
It's literally grounds for a breakup. If you talking about what you're used to, then go back to what you're used to. You don't need it's grounds for a breakup. Seriously. Like it really is.
Yeah. So I'm gonna guess that Rashad Bateman is not gonna be a player to watch for this week for y'all.
I mean, he got to be on the radar after comments like this.
I think he's just a every week player to watch for because he's a bum. So we wanted to see him do something. So it's like, yeah, but I'm not going to put him on no special pedestal. Just play better, bum. Like just be better and stay. To your point, every week, Nick, why are we talking so much? Why is there a quote about the Ravens every single week? I'm not used to this. Like I'm not used to this locker room chatter every single week.
Here, listen. We need to beat the Raiders and beat them soundly because anything close is going to be a panic.
Especially when you got Michael, when you come to Michael Parsons next week. I mean, it's like
on the
it's
road.
Different. Like it's different.
And then the Bills to follow that. You know, our schedule is not the easiest. We're going to have to stack these wins, and we can't be playing around with our focus, man. Like it's go time now. But I mean, we look really good week one. You know, for all our complaints and criticisms, we played the Chiefs really well. So this should be something where we cover the spread.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully.
One player to watch for before we go on the break.
I'm gonna say Oweh. I'm gonna say Oweh, and then I'm gonna leave it there. I'll recap. I'll
recap. Need these.
Right. I'll recap about Oweh. I'm not even gonna give a whole spiel on Oweh. I'm gonna just put his name out there, and we'll talk. I'll talk more about him on Monday.
Nitty Gritty. There you go.
Minshew was sacked 4 times last week, so I'm gonna go with Matabuke and see if he can. He had a half sack last week. See if he can continue his Aaron Donald trajectory and see if we can get some pressure on Gardner.
Yeah, I'll go offense. I'm looking to see how this what Mark Andrews does. We talked about it a little bit earlier this week. Mark versus Isaiah Likely. Um, is the pressure getting to Mark this week? Is he starting to feel the fire a little bit? Um, maybe he need to get his legs back, play some games. So we'll see what he looks like this week in the game. But he should have some favorable matchups in the passing game. See if he can get right.
His usage last week was promising. You know, he was running the routes, he was on the
Yeah.
field, so he should bounce back, but definitely going to be somebody to watch because I don't think that Isaiah and Lamar thing is going anywhere anytime soon.
Nowhere soon. No.
I took him off the bench in fantasy, so I hope not. Let's go, Isaiah. Need that. Let's go to the first commercial break. Nitty Gritty.
When I want some sports news, Nitty Gritty is definitely who I'm tuning into, man. They show up each week with that uncut, that raw, that unfiltered sports news.
They say the things that everyone else wishes that they can say, but they can't.
Every Tuesday and Saturday, I am locked into my favorite sports show, Nitty Gritty.
Nitty Gritty, the best show out right now. Tune in and listen, stupid.
Let me take y'all behind the curtain. Steelers travel to Denver, week 2 matchup. Let's get this out the way. Justin Fields got a whole practice. There's no ifs, ands, or buts if he was starting. He is the starting quarterback, so no controversy there. Again, this game, like every game for me, is going to start up front, offensive line. Broderick Jones is going to the bench. Troy Fontenot is going to make his first start in the NFL at right tackle. So I'm curious to see how the run game goes. Seattle had success on the ground against Denver last week. I think they had 146 yards on the ground. I want to see us match that. I want to see us match. That's our identity. That's how the game is going to go. So be dominant on the ground. I don't know what this means for Broderick getting benched for a rookie who's making his NFL debut. I don't really understand that. Don't like that. Dan Moore did have a good game last week, but again, you traded up to draft Broderick Jones, and he's getting benched for a rookie. Don't really understand that, but I'm gonna keep my eye on that as the season goes. Dan Moore had a good game, but do I think Dan Moore is good enough to keep Broderick Jones on the bench? I'm definitely monitoring that because if he is good enough to keep Broderick Jones on the bench, then that was a swing and a miss. And you might have
It's
to
rare
look
you see a Georgia player getting demoted like that too. Like, they
yeah,
normally come from good pedigree.
and he was raw coming out of college. Pause. And technique wise, and the thing it's like how I look at sending a Jackson Holiday to AAA. He needs reps. He needs big game reps, right? Like I don't know what he learns from the bench, but I understand it's a performance game, and it's everything is based off of how you do the week before. So I get that, but I just don't understand how a raw talent is going to work on his technique standing up on the sideline.
And they need to play. I mean, they need to play him at left tackle also. Like,
right.
That's what he's supposed to be at.
You don't treat him like you treated Kendrick Green. You drafted him at left tackle to replace Dan Moore. You should have took all the bumps and bruises last year with that. So this year he's better. I don't know how healthy Jalen Warren is going to be, but it should be a healthy dose of just Najee, Jalen, and Cordero just running the ball. Last week in coverage, Denver played 68% man coverage. I do not think they'll do that to Justin Fields. If you play man against Justin Fields and turn your back on him, he's going to have a big day. I don't think that's stupid to do that, but this is a game that's going to be highlighted by not George, because George is going to be shadowed by Patrick Surtain. That's going to be a great matchup. Patrick Surtain is going to follow him.
You got to take the under on that matchup this week. Not to say George not great,
I'm not. Yeah. I'm not going to sit
sit
here and talk like George is just going to dominate everybody. No, Patrick just got $93 million for a reason, right? So this is a game where the lack of receiving help is going to hurt, because you're going to need receivers that you trust to find those soft spots in the zone that they play. And is that Calvin Austin? Is that Van Jefferson? I don't think so. They didn't show it last week, but maybe they are better from last week. I don't know. I hope so, right? And I want to see more of Pat downfield. Pat helped Justin last week in the flats, short game, getting him in rhythm. but I want to see Pat down the field. It's going to be soft spots in the zone. It's up to Justin to see him and the receivers to be on that same page with him. Defensively, this is a rookie. Bo Nix sucked last week. Okay, I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it. He was not good at all.
His head coach ain't done no favors though. Letting him drop back 40.
I mean, Sean Payton got a lot of trust in him, and if you want to trust him this week, I'll take it. Trust him. Throw it 50 times. Throw it 50 times. He's gonna get killed back there. He's not gonna like waking up on Monday after having to deal with TJ and this front seven. And what a surprise what this secondary was able to do last week. Now I get it, Kurt was hurt, and hey, it's a better favorable matchup this week with a rookie. But you throw you don't even be basic. Throw the most exotic shit at him and confuse him, and make this a game where you don't have to even play from behind. It's not close, and you capitalize off the turnovers that I expect to happen. Like, this is a rookie going up against a top defense in the league. You have to turn him over at least 3 times. At least 3 times. That's what I'm looking for. P Queen.
My fault. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Hey, P Queen. I didn't really like you saying you didn't make a lot of plays because your dogs up front was getting to it. Dog. That should make your job easier. That should make your job easier. If they're taking on the blocks and you got free gaps and lanes to just read and react, man, I need to see you do that. 2 tackles from my free agent signing at middle linebacker, top free agent, first day free agent signing. I need to see you make more than 2 tackles. So my player to watch for sure is going to be Patrick Queen, because Denver wasn't able to run the ball last week either. They weren't able to run the ball. They had 99 yards. I think their highest rusher had about 25. Run defense needs to be dominant, and you need to spearhead that. Justify that contract. And I heard you said you went back to the lab. That sounds good, but I need to see it Sunday. I definitely need to see it Sunday. Keys, you said what was the line? Let me check on it right now.
2.5. It's 2.5. Pittsburgh.
Yep, Pittsburgh.
2.5. Pittsburgh on the road. You should more than cover that. You should more than cover that.
That's not a vote of confidence, though. That's for sure.
I mean, it should be higher. But you should double that. I need some touchdowns this week.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not thinking that this Denver defense can get a little stingy, right? But I need some touchdowns this week.
It just comes down to y'all defense, man. I think y'all defense is going to dominate Bo Nix and them. Like, y'all defense is better than the Seattle defense, and he looked bad against them. And granted, his first game. That's the only bail I'll give him, is that's the first game of his NFL career. So maybe he'll be better. I mean, Sean Payton's supposed to be a quarterback guru. So maybe he'll be better week 2. Like I said, I don't know if y'all going to do anything off it. I don't trust anything about your offense, but George Pickens, maybe, him getting open. But I expect y'all just be so dominant on defensive in this game that it's not going to matter what y'all do on offense once again.
Yeah, that's where that's where my head is at. Pause. They did some cool things last week, but not enough for me to come in here and just be beating my chest that we're out the stone ages of offense. I need to see more. I want to see more. I don't know how and where it's going to come from, because we just lack so much in the wide receiver room. I'm not worried about the run game. It's you want to work the passing game off the run game, and we don't have much to work off of.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if it's play action, you already know where it's going to go. It's already predictable. If it's play action, it's going to fucking George. It's going to George. And he's going to be plastered. Might have a safety over top of him, too. So,
I was about to say, Patrick Surtain ain't one of those guys to play with. And one thing that's interesting about this matchup, I don't know if it matters much, but Pittsburgh is 1-6 in their last 7 in Denver. So it's a place historically y'all don't play well in.
I fucking hate Denver. Y'all know how I feel about Denver. Hey, Tebow, I hope you're not having a good day right now. I ain't forget. I hate Denver. So, I mean, Denver was where it all crashed down with AB. Like, I hate Denver. Nothing ever good happens in Denver. But we win this game. I don't want it to be close. I'm going to speak this into existence. We beat them by a touchdown at least.
That's close. That's one score.
2.5. I'm going off the line. Score.
Yeah, but one score game. It'd be different with you. Sometimes a 1-score game not close for you, and sometimes it is. Who knows? But sometimes it is.
Hey, I'm gonna put it to you like this: in a 1-score game, I don't break a sweat. I'm used to it right now. I'm used to it. Others might break a sweat. If we win by a touchdown, I might do a dance. That's a lot of points to me. I'm not worried in 3-point games. A touchdown, wow. So yeah, that's player the like I said, P Queen. I'll give you one on offense. I give you one. I need to see a lot from Pat Frymouth.
Yeah, I'm just interested to see what Justin's going to do. I want to see his week 2. I mean, is he going to if he plays well? I want to see if he's going to solidify the job or not. I'm one of the few people that have little hope. I mean, have hope in him that he still can be a good football player. He's very talented. Is in between the eyes. So I just want to see if he's going to capitalize on the opportunity he's given. And I'm really split down the middle. I'm 50-50. I'm not like, oh, he's great, he's going to do it. I'm really 50-50. I can see him come out and have 2 rushing touchdowns, throw a touchdown, and play well and win. And I can also see him come out and throw 3 interceptions. Like I don't know. I don't know him.
I don't even think they're going to let him. I think they got training wheels on him right now because with that defense and the run game that you can surround around him, you don't really have to have him do the most. And other teams like the Bears or so on, you kind of need a quarterback. The quarterback on this team, you got TJ Watt. 6 field goals to suffice most weeks for that team anyway.
And I'm not mad at the training wheels being on, but like week by week, give him more.
He's gonna get exposed. Don't you worry. It's gonna happen. Okay.
No, just give him more. I'm not telling you to drop back and throw 35 times. Hell no, I don't want to see that. But just when you do let him,
he has to.
That's what I want to see.
We'll have those combos. Don't you worry.
When he has to. I pause prior to. I like the deep balls that he threw last week. Build on that. It don't have to be 25 deep throws a game, but when you have to make those plays, I want to see him make those plays in concert with what he can do on the ground. And I think that's a winning recipe for him and us with the defense that we have.
They said Arthur Smith went out of his way to call the game in a way in which he didn't have to throw over the middle because of the safeties. I don't know if it was only because of the safeties. I think you look at the tape and you like.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of both.
Let's not do that.
Him coming from Atlanta, knowing Jesse Bates, you give him that respect, but also
he ain't going to let you lose. You gonna do that every game?
Yeah, that's and again, I said that last week. Like that can't be the game plan every week. It's good safeties all over the league. Like you can't be scared. You got to take those shots. So I think a little bit was respect, and a little bit of it like, partly from Tomlin and the way the defense is playing. We just not gonna put him in position to lose this game with bad decisions.
Yeah, I mean, and I talk about him taking advantage of it. I think it's even bigger than that because as far as the franchise is concerned, because Russ is not going to be here past this year. Russ not going to be in Pittsburgh past this year. So it's like, if Justin don't play well, y'all back right where y'all was looking for a quarterback. So it's like,
or some shit like that, right?
Yeah. So it's like it's bigger than just him just coming out and playing well. And this is a big decision for y'all because do
y'all have cap space?
Yeah, we got a lot of money.
Let's just go.
All that money from not getting out you.
Yeah, we got a lot of money. So
I think it's bigger than
y'all didn't take much to bring in Russ or Justin. So
y'all
don't have a commitment there.
That's $2 million between the both of them. So yeah.
So what do you say to the fans who call? Because like fans were saying on Monday, at least Steeler fans were saying like it just looked like another Kenny Pickett game. Do you subscribe to that, or it looks different to you? Because he makes a couple plays in the fourth quarter, like Kenny did to win games. Like a lot of people were saying it looked like a Kenny Pickett game. What do you think?
Outside of the lack of touchdowns, I guess that's why they say that Kenny can't do what Justin was doing. He didn't do what Justin was doing. If he did do what Justin was doing, Kenny Pickett would be a Steeler right now.
But outside of that, still a one-possession game. Atlanta had a chance to win the game. They just,
I didn't speak on this last week.
Like Kenny Pickett to me.
Nah,
I'm not even trying to be petty right now, but I'm just saying that's what it looked like game one.
Did Kenny Pickett throw over the middle?
No.
It looked like Kenny.
No. But I think Justin can.
He has
here for Justin.
And He has.
They got it, and they'll build that up. Kenny couldn't.
He ain't a second-year player.
Kenny couldn't. And I'm not caping for Justin. The throws that he made down the field, Kenny can't physically do. He can't phically. That throw that he made
last year, by the way.
I did after San Francisco, but I'm a ride. Until like when he got hurt, it was like all right. But after San Francisco, I said all right. Nah, Summer going until last
Kenny is the winner. He beat y'all.
I gotta argue. I gotta argue my points, and if the point is there, I'm gonna argue.
I mean, I said 15-10. 15-10. He's got a winning record. That shit was so funny. Like,
he was 15-10.
Whatever the record.
I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that.
I know he got a winning record.
He got a winning record.
He got a winning record.
No, for sure, for sure. But that throw that Justin made right before half to get us in the field goal range, y'all think Kenny can make that throw? So I quite like
Pickens was wide open.
Pickens, he made a throw to Pickens last year.
No, but listen though. He threw it from the opposite hash. That's what I'm saying. Kenny can't.
Pickens was wide open though.
Okay, how many times you saw people wide open with Ken?
And that's true too. That's true too. He missed hella wide open targets.
I mean, Pickens caught a game-winning deep ball against.
Yeah, I'm about to say he caught it on Marlon head top. He can throw the
Yo,
ball.
y'all got to score some offensive touchdowns, and we can have a better discussion about this.
I understand why they saying that.
Y'all field goaled up last week.
No, I understand why they're saying that because it was no.
He's facing a better defense this week.
The physical abilities of Justin Fields. Nah, Kenny can't do that.
Y'all playing a better defense this week too. They're way better than Atlanta defensively.
Denver got a good defense. And
it's not chop. It's not chop.
It's not going to be AJ Terrell on Pickens. Like,
I mean, AJ Terrell is a top corner in this league.
Yeah, and Pickens had.
But he's not past Surtain. He's not past
like one.
He got paid like one.
I wouldn't put him in that class though.
But I'm not putting him in Pat class. No, I'm not putting him in Pat class.
I mean, because Pat had DK.
Hey, I wish I had it. I wish I had the audio because George don't give a fuck about Pat, and I like it. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I heard that.
You heard it? I mean, he good. It's up with good players. I played him in college.
You want the audio? I can try to see if I can find it. Yeah,
I just love that confidence, especially when we talk about somebody like Bateman. I love that confidence from a wide receiver, even if it's false confidence. No, I'm not going in this game scared. I played him in college. He was cool. So
nobody said he was scared.
No. I'm just saying, like, go into that game confident. And Denver's defense is cool.
Yeah, no, y'all gonna win the game if y'all win the game defensively. Like that's y'all calling card. Y'all defense is y'all offense.
Huh?
Y'all defense, y'all offense.
You said that should be a problem, Keith?
No, I said that shouldn't be a problem for y'all because
should be a problem.
You all play rookie quarterbacks well.
Yeah,
like y'all don't.
Tomlin loves the rookie quarterback. Tomlin is happy. If y'all winning the game 18-10 again, Tomlin is happy. He's very happy. He don't give. He's very happy.
Yeah, he likes this shit.
This is how they gotta win. This is how they gotta win now. See, Tomlin's problem is like let's just win these games now, and we get better as the season go on, and we'll figure out whatever. He's very happy. You saw him after the game hugging and hot five.
Yeah, he doing the slap.
I leave my opinion here. Like it's all cool and fun in games against mediocre teams or a team like Atlanta, I guess, who I didn't feel like was going to be that mediocre to start, but new pieces, new system. Quarterback off Achilles may have jumped the gun there. They're going to be a better second half team, but the issue with the Steelers is cool, beat mediocre teams, but against the better teams, how are you going to look? If you make the playoffs, is this a one and done team? Is this a team that can compete? Y'all stuck in this little zone in which y'all not bad enough to tank, but y'all not good enough to compete for a championship. And if this is what you like, Sco, by all means.
What I want to see against a team like this with a rookie quarterback, gradually start taking. You got to see what Justin got anyway, right? Can't live in those fears. Like Tomlin always says, don't live in your fears, right? You have to see what Justin can do because you're not. Look, Russ's calf is not going to get any better anytime soon. He's 35 years old, right? So you have to see what you have. If he's trash, let him go out there, throw it 30, 35 times a game. And if it's bad, then next year, we got to look for a quarterback, whether that's free agency or finally get one in the draft.
The problem with getting one in the draft for y'all is y'all be winning too many games. Y'all don't just say let's go 3 and 14.
If you let Justin Fields take the training wheels completely off, you don't know how the season might go, right? So you got to
be basing off of hit. I mean, I see your point, but if we basing off Justin Fields, it's going to go horribly wrong. You know what I'm saying? So I see why they're not trying to let them go.
I see
but
why
at the same
not.
time, they have
Y'all
to.
defense is too good to even let that even be a possibility. Y'all not gonna let him lose y'all a game because y'all don't need to. Y'all need
Yeah,
to
by
do that.
default. Yeah, by default. I just want to see more attempts downfield. That's all. Like, don't play play in concert with the defense. Don't piggyback off the defense, if that makes sense. Like, if the defense gets you a short field, don't play for a field goal. Go put that bitch in the end zone.
Yeah,
And if he can't do that, then yeah, we just gonna be in purgatory. We're gonna be stuck.
Nah,
I'm
yeah,
interested- I'm
y'all in a
interested.
good position. Y'all in a
Yeah,
good
it's
position.
decent. I feel a lot better than I did with Kenny Pickett. So that's why I can't say it feels like Kenny Pickett.
I'm talking about long term, like.
But long term with the defense, everybody.
If it
I
don't
mean,
work
they
out, y'all
getting
can
older.
move
TJ and Cam ain't getting no younger though. That's like y'all, they ain't getting no younger.
Cam definitely not getting no younger. Cam definitely not getting no younger. You got to capitalize while you got Minka, Cam, and TJ still playing at a high level. So
Those are the positions y'all know how to draft well, though. Like those wide receivers and defensive linemen, like y'all pretty good. Now I can't speak to the O line and other positions, but
we'll see.
Defense, y'all usually know how to do that. Y'all restock the cupboard.
All right, let's get to the pick'em. How we do last week, man? You was
So
withholding
y'all, all three of
information.
y'all went 12-4.
Oh shit!
I went 8-8.
Oh,
you see why he couldn't find the
that's
papers? I
why.
told you.
That's
No,
why.
I'm in my wife's office. She
Not 2 times.
That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
It's cool. I'm only 3 games back now because I picked Buffalo last night. Both of them picked Miami. I'm right where I need to be.
That's crazy.
Trust me, I like it right here.
That's crazy.
Because I had to mute it and go off camera because I'm like, they on here saying I'm cheating now. So you gotta find the
Hey
shit
man,
where you put it
hey
at.
man. I don't want no smoke. I want no smoke. I mean,
Nah, I'm gonna be all right. I'm good.
I'm fucking tired with Skull, man.
You went out on a lot of limb. You went out on a lot of
Yeah, I'm going on limbs all season. I'm 2 times. I can do whatever I want right now. That's what niggas tell the real. I can do whatever I want right now.
you're gonna be putting us on mute a lot. Keep talking like that. Where's the humility? We need humble pie. Like you
I ain't got
talking
none
to
of
a
that.
too. But
I'm
damn about
classy.
you too. I mean, you classist.
I got
see?
none. Yeah, I ain't got none. No,
I like
humility.
that. I like that. All right, first
When
game
it
of the
come to
week. We got
football.
right. Lakers, you know.
Why
Saints,
we
Cowboys.
picked Miami last night?
I'll tell you why.
After a great
They got
week one.
DeMar Hamlin starting at safety. That's why. God damn it.
Yeah, but I needed that stat before. I needed that. Why ESPN ain't put that stat nowhere, yo? Why we ain't know that they won 10 out of 11 games?
That should be on FanDuel.
Josh
That
Allen's
shit should be
record
on
on
FanDuel.
Thursday night is pretty good
Like
too.
6-0.
Yeah.
I didn't know that till before the game too. It's all good. It's one game. It's one game. Let's get it back in blood. Saints, Cowboys.
Cowboys at home.
Cowboys. Well, where's my 1, 2, 3? 1, 2, 3, let's go. Buccaneers, Lions, playoff rematch.
It's gonna be a good one.
This is a good one.
I mean, but the Bucs
Lions home.
Yeah, the Bucs missing Antoine Winfield. I think that's too big. That's too big of a loss. He out. They also missing 2 other starters. I read the article earlier. Missing 3 starters, and one of their backups is out. One of their best backups. Like, give me the Lions at home. Just because I think they missing Antoine Winfield is one of the better safeties in this league. And I think they're going to take advantage. I think the Lions, Ben Johnson, and they're going to take advantage of it. They know he's going to be missed. They're going to take advantage of that all game. So yeah, give me not going to be a blowout by any means. Might be a shootout actually, but I like the Lions at home. What's the line?
ESPN got them at 7.5 Lions. That's a lot.
Damn.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
That's a little disrespectful.
Might have to take the Bucks for the points. That's crazy.
That is a whole lot. The way,
Yeah,
especially the way the Bucks looked last week.
year,
Even though they played the Command, they look. Yeah, give me the Lions at home though. Give me the Lions at home.
Yeah,
I got the Lions at home. The Lions beat the Bucks twice last year, which included that that playoff game. But I don't like that line at all. I would definitely take the Bucks with points. But as far as like a money line or just a pick 'em, I got the Lions at home. You know, just the home cooking, and these are two playoff teams. I would think. I think the Bucks are going to be well positioned to win that NFC South, or at least compete, and the Lions are going to be well positioned to compete in the North. So, 2 playoff teams, and it's going to be a great game. Great game. I just got the Lions edging it out on home field.
Yeah, I like the Lions too in this game, but I I will say, as much as we mess with Cookie Mayfield, I mean, he's gone to Tampa Bay. He's made something in his career. He looks good with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. Along with the hit, what's the hit? I'm drawing a blank on
Todd Bowles.
Yeah, Todd Bowles doing a hell of a job down there because I mean, when Tom left, we thought this was a team that was throwing them to the wolves essentially. They go win the NFC South last year. They compete in the game against the wild card weekend against the Lions.
Devin White not there no more.
Yeah, Devin White not there no more. He lost his job already. I told
that.
But I like the Lions in this game definitely. I think they got too many weapons offensively. And I think you'll see Amon-Ra St. Brown get involved more this week too.
To piggyback off your point, Keith, not a lot has been talked about Todd Bowles. When Tom left, Todd Bowles was like in that unenviable position where you have no expectations, and it's kind of like he was just a sitting duck, so to speak. You know, you thought he was
like Brent Arians throwing to the Wolves.
It was like he was just going to be that guy to lose, get them a draft pick, and get fired for the next guy to come and you know how that works. But Todd Bowles said, "Nah." Coached up that defense, put his DNA on the team and his blueprint on the team, and they play hard for him on defense. They have a lot of chemistry on that team. Baker's talking about he's playing with joy and just comfortable as a human being on that team, not having to look over his shoulder. So a lot of respect and kudos got to be given to Todd Bowles, because I don't think anybody expected Todd to make lemonade out the lemons he was given.
Couldn't agree more.
I got the Lions.
1, 2, 3, let's go.
Colts going to Green Bay, take on Malik Willis and the Packers.
Colts. You said Malik Willis? Yeah.
Yeah, If Jordan Love was there, I would be leaning towards the Packers at home. But yeah, give me Anthony Richardson.
I'm gonna do it one more. I'm gonna turn this one up.
1, 2, 3, let's go.
Jets going to Tennessee to take on the praying Will Levises.
It's gonna be a good.
I really want to pick the Titans.
I do too, but at the Will Levis fell towards me, I'm not picking nobody that fell.
3.5. 3.5. But I can't judge that because they might be.
Give me the Jets with the points. Give me the Jets.
He said, "I'm not picking nobody that fell to their knees."
Not the Mayo man.
Mid play.
Yeah, give me the Jets to bounce back.
That man said, "Oh my God!"
No, he definitely after week 1, he looked like he regressed. He looked bad. You can't be up 17-0 against a quarterback who didn't even throw for 100 yards and lose that game. Like
they didn't score no touchdown. They didn't score no touchdowns. The offense, you lose the game. That's a fire.
They ain't got TJ Watt. They can't do shit like that.
No sir.
They let Simone Biles' husband return a touchdown. Like. Come on, man. Like, stop.
What's his name? What's that man's name?
We don't know his name. We know. Listen, we know Simone Biles. We don't know that. Like, God damn.
Did I say 3.5? Did you hear me say 3.5 Jets?
Yeah, you said 3.5.
Yeah. Okay,
that's crazy.
Give me the Jets in a bounce back game.
I'm gonna up that on my ticket. Give me the Jets, especially like after. I think their biggest win was just watching Aaron Rodgers walk off the field healthy. Now you can just build off of last week. Like, I ain't expect them to go into San Francisco and just win a game. Right. But against the Titans, man, you gotta get it back in blood now.
Yeah.
Do y'all like Brian Callahan in Tennessee? Y'all think he can he get that offense right? Because I mean, Cincy's offense the last few years was one of the top offenses. Granted, the weapons, but
they got Jamar Chase.
And T. Higgins and Tyler
and Joe Mixon.
Keith, they should. They got skill players. It's just going to depend on if Will Levis can
be decent,
not turn the ball over. Tyler looked good last week.
If he can grow,
Tony Pollard looked good last week.
He looks healthy. Yep.
Yeah.
Calvin Ridley, where are you at? Because there was some almost. He has too many almost plays. I can't stand him. I really can't. Like, I thought it was like an anomaly last year in Jacksonville, but then it happened so frequently. It was like, no. And then when I see it happen again in week 1, I'm like, all right, Joe. But I need him to.
Nice. Like, you almost nice.
Like, if it was just getting 1 foot in bounds, oh my God, he'd be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, you're not in college no more. Him and Bate. It's like, yo, y'all not in college no more.
He has the skill too. I don't.
Yeah, he does.
That guy. I Don't get him.
Yeah, he does. 49ers go to Minnesota to take on the Vikings.
Niners.
Yeah, give me the Niners.
I'm gonna get the Niners, but the Vikings usually get them fits. So
Yeah,
it might be a close game.
The person that give him fits ain't playing, right? George Addison out, right?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
You heard what Bosa said. Bosa was like, we basically got to really lock in on this team. It's like we playing basically a real team this week. That's so many words.
and then one of the safeties said he had a great connection last year in practice with Sam Darnold. He was like, he loves throwing me the ball, so I can't wait to see it.
Okay.
The 49ers talking. I like it a little bit.
I like it. No C-Mac. Did they make it official if he went to the IR?
No, they ain't. I mean,
not official.
Yeah, it ain't official, but he out another game. I mean, we were misled, hoodwinked, all of that. Especially in fantasy, everybody took him. Yeah, everybody took him number one.
I still take him number one.
Yeah, we saw like me and Keith was talking about it. That they definitely told that boy he was starting on Friday.
Hell yeah, he just shouldn't have said nothing, but he
just can't say that. He not media trained yet. He a backup.
No, hell no. He was happy.
He got some media training this week.
I was starting in July.
But give me the 49ers. I mean, yeah, I think defensively they're gonna be able to. Is this not Sam Darnold not gonna see the Giants defense this week?
No.
Yeah, give me San Francisco. And the thing about McCaffrey is he can miss 4 games and still lead the league in total yards. Like that dude is different. Like if you for all the people playing fantasy, if you draft somebody like McCaffrey, just draft their backup. Like it's not that deep. But Jordan Mason, you know, with Kyle Shanahan, like the Shanahans have produced so many undrafted free agents that are successful, especially running backs. So he's just going to join the list of guys that come in and have instant success. I mean, that blocking scheme, the play calling scheme, all you got to do is run through gaping holes. He'll be fine, and they'll be fine. And this is probably the best for them long term because you don't need Christian McCaffrey weeks 1 through 4, 1 through 5. Like you need him to get to a Super Bowl and to win a Super Bowl. So definitely expect him to win this week.
1, 2, 3, let's go.
Seahawks travel to New England to take on the Patriots. Seahawks are a 3-point favorite on the road. They are out. Kenneth Walker's not playing.
Let me see if I can pick his backup up.
This is a tough game.
Seahawks. I'm gonna go Seahawks.
Yeah, I'm
close game.
Travel across the country. Geno looked. I mean, started playing eventually better than last week.
Yeah.
But the Patriots not supposed to be good though. They're not supposed to be good.
They not.
They just. I mean, they're the Patriots. They're not supposed to be good, but they gonna find a way to win games. I don't know, man. Give me the Seahawks.
Yeah, give me the Seahawks. I'm interested to see that Christian Gonzalez and DK matchup. Christian Gonzalez is a fucking island over there. When he's healthy, he be locking shit down. And DK didn't. That's 2 straight weeks. Tough matchups for him to start this season off.
Right.
But give me the Seahawks.
I never seen Geno run as fast as he did last week. I don't know.
Yeah, that 34. Yeah, he has some good.
I didn't think he had that in him. Give me the Seahawks though, begrudgingly. I think this is going to be a game in which, especially at home for the Patriots, they'll play hard, and I think they're well coached. I mean, Mayo has shown that he has a feel for that team, and as a former player, they relate to him. I think they building something good over there. They're playing sound football. At least it's been 1 week, but I don't think that's going to be an easy game for the Seahawks at all, going across country. But I have to give it to them just because of being a quasi playoff team last couple of years. So,
who you got, Keith?
I like the Hawks.
Yeah, the line. I think the line is perfect though, because this is a 3-point game either way.
Yeah, it's a 3-point game. Hey, Seahawks, if you stop the run and make Jacoby Brissett beat you, that should be a winning recipe. I don't think Ramondre Stevenson is exactly Steven Jackson the way that he runs. So hey,
1, 2, 3, let's go.
We want you through everything so far, haven't we?
Yeah.
Now I need to keep it going on a limb.
This one, I thought it was going to be the Patriots. I thought it was going to be that one, but we'll see. Giants, Commandos.
Oh, give me
this
James
1, 2,
Daniels.
3.
Give me James Daniels.
We all on the Commanders. Like,
I need to hear.
I ain't picking Daniel Jones on me. I ain't picking Daniel Jones.
This was one of the easier games to pick. Actually,
that Thursday night game gonna be crazy. It's the Giants and who? It's nice.
Like, if they're gonna give us that product on Thursday, they can wrap up Thursday night. I'm cool. I can wait till Sunday.
Yeah, exactly.
Giants, Panthers, or some shit like that is nasty. Speaking of the Panthers, Chargers, Panthers again.
1, 2, 3, let's go.
Yeah,
Y'all not following up week 1 with no good matchups.
It's just disgusting.
Yes. Okay. We got Browns, Jaguars. There we go.
Where the game at?
In Jacksonville.
Give me the Jaguars.
Give me the Jaguars.
Their quarterback don't got no allegations.
I'm not picking Deshaun Watson until he show me anything. Like, he don't think he showed me. The only thing I'm saying,
I don't want him showing me nothing.
Is that he like to get a certain part of his body played with. That's the only thing I know about y'all. That's it. And it might not be true. It might not be true. It might not be true. So let me take that. Let me not put that out there. It might not be true. But would you pick Deshaun? Would you pick Deshaun?
Walk like a duck and quack like a duck.
We need the quack noise on the thing, yo. Like,
it's a damn duck. I'm taking the Browns, Skull.
Oh, Ty.
I don't know.
Okay.
I have a hog ton to buy in my life.
Give me the Browns.
I heard that. Okay.
Oh man.
Why are you picking the Browns? Just you think they better?
No.
I don't think they better, but they're gonna get right this week.
You think Miles Garrett 4-sack game? Get the sunshine?
That game was really good last year in Cleveland, wasn't it? Wasn't that like a high scoring game? Or did Cleveland blow them out?
They played each other. Yeah, it was a good game.
It was a good game, right?
Who started at quarterback?
It was Joe Flacco. It was Flacco.
It was late on the season.
Mm-hmm.
That's why.
Yeah, I think if you look at Jacksonville, you look at the Browns. Which team can afford more to go 0-2? I think the Browns can't afford to go 0-2, but at the same time, my expectations on the Browns are low because of how Deshaun Watson is playing. And you look at Trevor Lawrence and what they're trying to build down there. I just feel like them starting 0-2 and losing to a quarterback that's struggling, that's going to set off the panic alarms. They have to win this game. I feel like at home, did they play? No, they were in Miami last week.
Yeah, 18 fumbled the game away.
Yeah. I think at home against a quarterback that's struggling and a team that's kind of one-dimensional, if you can put a little pressure on them and force them to throw the ball, you're feeling really good. What is the over or under as far as when we see Jameis Winston?
Under
business. This video come out.
He bluffing.
Shit.
If they had a video, we would have already seen it by now. They bluffing.
Yeah.
Nah, yo.
TMZ would have paid money for that. That video would have been out by now, dog.
Give me the Jaguars.
I seen the Mia Khalifa video just hooping in the living room. The bull is sick.
Did you see that smile on his face? He's like, "Yeah, dunk on me, baby."
He really don't got a leg to stand. It's a shame, dog. Like it's a shame. Like, I mean, I hope it's not true, but god damn, Deshaun, like what you thinking?
Hey, dog. Hey, everybody ain't lying, yo. All right.
You gotta repress the horny, yo.
Chill, yo.
Yeah, turn it down.
Chill went wild in Houston. Like,
it's Atlanta, Vegas.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. It was mad as hell he went to Cleveland. All right, Raiders, Ravens.
Oh, we already covered.
We already picked.
Nah, I ain't pick mine. I didn't pick mine.
Come on, Scar. Don't do that.
1, 2, 3, let's
I'm
go.
lying.
I was about to say, you really want to go there?
No, I'm not this early. I pick and choose when I go against y'all. I'm usually right too.
You know,
I picked Gardner last year too.
You know, Skull like Lamar.
You might have.
I do like Lamar. I do. I'm very vocal about that. I can't wait till he leaves y'all, so I can stand on the table and say Lamar is great. All right, Rams, Cardinals.
Oh, this is a good.
It's gonna be a good one.
What's the line? What's the line on this one?
Right, push.
Arizona 1.
That's
From
a great
ESPN
line.
bet.
Do we
at home.
Do we have any injuries besides Puka, of course?
I see.
Their whole offensive line.
The whole offensive line went out last week.
The Rams, right?
Yeah.
The Rams, right?
Yeah. Nope, boom, gone. Puka gone.
It's like when can we start trusting the Cardinals to close out games? When can we start trusting them to win the games that they are up in, they're leading in, they're playing well in, and they just don't fall the hell apart in. Like, when can we start trusting them? Is this the week? Is this the week where we start trusting them to play a complete goddamn game?
I think
we get 2 quarters from them, we get 3 quarters for them. We will never get 4 quarters from them.
I think that spread is a little disrespectful to the Rams.
It's in Arizona.
Yeah,
that's probably why.
I mean, yeah. So I mean, they're not clear. They're not clear underdogs. I mean, really, it's just giving home team respect. But even then, I think it should be Rams 3.5. Like, I got the Rams winning, especially starting 0-1. Like, they're gonna go in there. It's not like the Cardinals have a revamped defense or something. You know what I mean?
Right.
They still.
We saw what the Bills did to them. Yeah, you're right. Give me the Cardinals, man. Give me the Cardinals at home. Give me the Cards. I like what Colin did. I'm gonna say this is the week where they can complete a full game. I like Gannon. I like Gannon a lot, but he's losing too many games. He's losing way too many games. He needs to start winning.
I'm going with the Rams.
Yeah, I like the Rams too.
Oh yeah, Island. You know I like the Island. Don't make me bring it a little early this week. I mean, early this season.
Leave your Hawaiian shirt in the closet, man. Anybody want to go against the Steelers? No,
not this
Keith.
week.
Not this week. Keith, come on, pick Bo Nix. Do it.
Nah, it's the rookie quarterback, so I'm gonna go with y'all. I'm
do it. Don't live in your fear.
It's so nasty that I picked the Steelers 2 weeks in a row. Like, I'm feeling crazy right now.
You don't feel right?
I don't feel.
Do you feel like a winner?
No, I'm gonna take y'all. I'm gonna go against my better judgment. I'm gonna take y'all against the rookie.
Nick gonna pick the Broncos.
Oh, I did it prematurely.
No, y'all got it. TJ Watt.
I don't care what player you name off the defense, as long as it's a W. Give me 1 touchdown, and I can really come on Monday next week.
We score.
Yeah, 1 score. God damn it!
Now I can really hope y'all take that L, because it don't matter if they want to lose this game. We taking the L and pick them, so it don't matter. Everybody gonna lose.
Yeah.
Bengals go to Kansas City.
1, 2. No.
Yeah, dog.
I think it's gonna be closer than what it is.
Why? You think so?
I just think they play well against them. I think even if you bought talented, I think some teams just play well against some teams. Like,
true.
How we should have been whooping your ass the last couple of years. Y'all just play well against us. Like, like we should whoop your ass.
Yeah. But guess what?
Some teams
we usually healthy when we do that.
Yeah, some teams just play. Yeah, and that's true. That's a great point.
We're usually healthy when we do that.
Some teams
our quarterback can grip a Gatorade bottle.
That was another thing too. Like, that wrist, that story ain't capped. Like,
yeah,
that man can't get nothing to drink. What?
No, give me the Chiefs at home. But I think it's still going to be a close game. They may pull away towards the end once
team not playing.
Yeah, they may pull away once the end. Once the Bengals give up, once they realize they're overmatched. But the Bengals play them tough, man, and I ain't going to. That's not enough to sleep on. That you keep playing the team every single time you play them is a 1-score game. Like, that means something.
Historically, they do. That's true.
I worry about Burrow's long-term health. AJ Hawk was on Pat McAfee show talking about he had the same surgery on his wrist, and he actually had to take tendons from his ligament in his other wrist to put into the injured wrist.
Who said that?
AJ Hawk.
Okay.
Packers.
Yeah. Gotcha.
So that just sounds like a Tommy John situation, but not in the elbow, but the wrist. And when I see him having issues flexing or having to do this to keep it loose, that doesn't tell me that you can throw the ball vertically like you used to. That doesn't tell me that you're going to be able to grip the ball like you used to. That doesn't tell me you're going to be as consistent as you used to. And quiet is kept, even without injuries. Joe Burrow's been playing like ass his last 5 or 6 games, because remember last year he kind of got hurt early, but they started slow last year, starting slow this year. I just don't know if he has the I don't know. I guess this is one of those prove it games where we have to see how he grows over the season. If he can get back physically, then we're talking about a different quarterback and team, but I don't know.
Go ahead, Keith. Do it.
I like the Chiefs. I ain't done.
All right.
I like Kansas City.
This week 2 slate is horrible.
It is.
Yeah, going through the games is pretty bad.
Hey, Sunday night might not get any better. We got Bears Texans.
Oh God.
We got Mr. 99 yard. Mr. 99 yards.
Take all CJ Stroud overs. Like this is gonna be
CJ Stroud got to do it for all the men that don't paint their nails, yo. Like for real.
yeah, this is crazy.
So, restore some
I
balance, CJ.
don't mean to interrupt the pickup right now, but the Orioles are getting no hit.
Yeah, I just seen that. It's the top of the ninth too.
We got Trevor Rogers though.
They got a walk. Adley Rutschman got a walk. That's I mean,
it's a perfect game.
No, they had more than one pitcher, so it's
no.
not
I'm just saying it's a complete perfect game for
they
the
got
whole.
Adley Rutschman.
They got a walk.
Oh, they got one walk. Oh, okay. I'm fully expecting
Schoolball not even pitching this weekend, and we getting no hit.
Hey, I'm fully expecting spring training to come and Adley say he was dealing with an injury.
He better blame it on something because
I'm fully expecting that.
I don't know what
you look in hindsight, and Bobby Witt was right there behind him. You like, God dang. Took Adley one. Bobby Witt was right there.
Yeah, that's revisionist history. I won't do that to ads. But
we out here getting no hit.
I'm going to start if he keep playing like this because it's been a slowly since season 1. It's been a slowly decline. It's been a decline.
Yo, he's giving me Matt Wieters vibes, yo. Like
Nick, I said that to my uncle last week, yo. I said this is Wieters 2.0.
And he had the highest signing bonus coming out too of MLB history. Like we paid him like $8 million or $9 million. I forget what the exact figures was, but he was the highest paid prospect coming out of a MLB draft as far as his signing bonus was concerned. So
the same
he was paid like a number one top prospect generational guy.
The same mediocre catcher that he's that. Like it literally is Wieters 2.0, yo. That's exactly what I'll be watching.
He was supposed to be more busted than the man, that's for sure.
We're gonna carve out some time on one of these upcoming shows because this a lengthy conversation needs to be had about these Orioles. And
I mean,
we can't do it in a short block, but it's
rookie season 2, he hit 254, sophomore 277. He's back at 254. So
yeah, he had
it's been declining since the All-Star break.
Yeah.
Down and down and down and down and just bad. I mean, he threw out 2 runners today, though. I guess that's an improvement.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3 Texans.
1, 2, 3, let's go.
1, 2, 3.
The Monday night game bad too, right?
Depending on how Kirk Cousins is going to look, it might be. Got the Falcons,
Eagles. Give me the Eagles, guys.
What's the over/under on how many games till we see Michael Penix Jr.?
So they were talking about this week was a point of contention was they were saying Kirk Cousins was dropping back and doing play action and things like that all summer. So the fact that they didn't do it week 1 was surprising, but then they were mentioning the TJ Watt effect. So in practice this week, they had him doing drop backs, everything that we're accustomed to seeing out of Kirk Cousins. He looked, decent, I guess, albeit in practice and not against live rushes. But I think Zach Robinson, he's gonna have to do more things that Kirk is familiar and comfortable with. Is Kirk's plant foot, which is the Achilles injury, is he gonna have confidence in it? Is he gonna be able to run away from people when need to and be mobile when he needs to be? Those are huge question marks. And for everybody's sake in that offense, man, honestly, Keith, that's a great question because Michael Penix don't have those questions. No. And he got the arm. He got
his play action in Washington was crazy.
His arm is Vic-like. When I say Vic-like, not just left-handed, like the power
electric.
Yeah,
it's electric.
He got a fastball.
Here's the thing: does business get involved with this decision because of the money?
Where they take? What pick was he?
But the Kirk deal is not very. They took him 8.
Business go. Listen, if I'm the Falcons and I really want to go to Michael P, I'm calling Stephen Ross in Miami right now. Yo, I heard your quarterback. I heard his head ain't right. I got Kirk for you. Yo, New York Giants. You sick of Daniel Jones yet? I got Kirk for you. Like, there's ways in which to get this done. But if Michael P's your best option, ain't no time to wait.
Yeah, I know the players don't want to hear business, but we all know how up top and how they distribute their money and
it's
y'all
on the
paying
4-year, $100 million guaranteed.
Yeah,
it's basically a 2-year deal though.
They should, that's true.
That's right, yeah.
They should have had some language in their contract to get from under that, knowing that you signed him off of Achilles. I know it's got to be in there somewhere.
I think play calling was horrible week 1.
It was terrible. That was his first game. It's tough to judge because that was his first game and it's against a good defense. But
they ain't did him no favors.
Now with Kurt, he was late on a lot of stuff. Like his 2 picks, he was late. He was late, and it wasn't a lot on that ball.
Happy feet.
That yeah, he was saying ghosts, hearing ghosts. He said TJ said hello to him, and he had nightmares. So
did he really say that?
Yeah, he said TJ said hello to me like he was my neighbor, and I don't want him to be my neighbor.
Yeah. Oh, that nigga was scared.
Yeah,
he said my other face gonna
be putting fear in them.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And them, y'all too. I heard that.
TJ, he just a great player.
I heard that. He said TJ be putting fear in them.
He just a great player.
Why would I be scared of TJ? He a good player. I don't fear him.
Hey, cool. Huh? Oh, late.
And I don't know
Gunner breaks up a no-hitter. God, thank you, Gunner.
Gunner, good job. Good job, Gunner.
A triple at that.
Small victories.
Yeah.
Actually, we can tie this game up, to be honest with you.
I mean,
After being no hit.
Depends who coming up to bat.
Damn. So he did that with 2 outs?
Yep.
Good job, Gunner. Let's go to the last commercial break. Nitty Gritty. Hey, yo, Nitty Gritty Sports Talk is now on YouTube. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And while you at it, follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Name the same across all platforms. Nitty Gritty Sports Talk. 3 Ravens and a Steeler. Now let's get back to the show. Anything on your mind before we get up out of here?
It's a sorry weekend for college football too. So
I was about to ask you about that. Okay.
The Mets hot. If you're talking about baseball, the Mets are really, really hot. They hot.
I don't want to talk about baseball.
Yeah, I don't either because the Orioles trash right now.
He built you up to let you down. Maybe that's our fault. Was it our fault? Like, were we wrong for having those expectations coming into the season?
No, they was meeting them at first, and then we got injured pitch staff. Then we traded out 2 of our best prospects. That's when everything. But I heard that Trevor Rogers trade, dog. That's when everything started bad.
I still would rather just stay put than to just do something because you felt like you had to.
Like you got Eflin for less.
Yeah,
you got Eflin for less.
A lot less. I would have expected that haul for Eflin and for your division rival to expect that. Like, nah, I want something better. But hey, like I said, we're gonna carve out a nice block for some Oriole talk because it's long overdue and it's a lot to talk about in the future. So make sure we do that. But appreciate everybody that listens live, everybody that checks out the podcast. We are on YouTube. Keep liking, rating, commenting, and subscribing. We'll be back on Monday, same place, same time. Until then, stay safe and be blessed. We out.